Hello and welcome back to the Dog Bowl Food Truck. Once again, we're back at it again with Tiny Bunny. Now, there is something that I want to quickly address with the game, and it's that it had mixed reviews for a lot of reasons which I didn't look into. But it did have a lot of mixed reviews on Steam, and when I did glance at it, it did say that the developer is actually working to address those concerns and those criticisms that came, and this is, of course, at time of recording. And at time of recording, they had only redone Chapter 1, which, as you remember, which was the breakfast scene, the mitten, the spending the afternoon with Olya. So there was a few things that they said they added and changed, and there was a phrase that stuck out to me, specifically a title of an individual that we have just not heard of at all in our playthrough, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But if that is something where things are drastically different, maybe we look into going back and kind of doing what I will have done with James's route in Echo, where I sped through the text that has already been seen and just kind of pick out what changed.
Please feel free to comment down below and let us know if this is something you'd be interested in.
Yes, please. Please, please, please. Never underestimate the power of your comments. Never underestimate the power of the algorithm. Because just by giving the first episode of Tiny Bunny a sort of catchy title and adding hashtags in the description, its view count is markedly above all my other videos in terms of like the first 24 hours of being released. So please, 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 if you want to see me continue to grow and Sir.
What? I'm just eating my sandwich.
You know what, I'm gonna say this because it's probably gonna... I'm in the queue for a new PNG tuber avatar, and I've made it expressly clear to that artist the belly is the focal point.
I don't know what this has to do with me eating a sandwich.
If you want to see me grow and really just inflate my numbers, you know, I need to become more rounded and capable of... I can't keep these fucking puns going, I'm sorry. I tried to be slick and smooth with them, but I can't. Because, Jesus Christ, it's like every time I turn around, there's another one of you people that's like, you're big and round, but what if you were bigger? But what if you were rounder? And I'm like, God damn it, how are there more of you? How are there more of you? I'm not complaining. It's all in good fun. And besides, it's good. It's good. It's fun. I enjoy it. So, seriously, never underestimate what one comment can do, because I started with 0 comments and just manually handing my video links to people, and now it's to a point where there's 3 consistent people who I've never spoken to before these videos, and now they're just almost every Echo episode are commenting, and I'm like, oh wow, this is how it starts. Holy shit. Besides, I mean, by this point, with how open and vulnerable I can be, I feel like everybody watching should know that I should be relatively easy to talk to. And while I am this small and like my videos are not getting hundreds of comments each, it's one of those things where it's very easy for me to just go to work, come back from lunch, look and be like, oh, somebody commented, and just really quickly look at it, give it the little YouTuber heart and like, and and respond. So it's like I do try to respond and read everything that is sent my way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get back in. As I recall, we were being mildly interrogated by Officer Paul. Paul's not his real name, my mouth doesn't make those sounds. Yes, there he is. There is Officer Paul. Oh, hang on, it's actually like zoomed in now. We can almost actually make out the names in their proper Cyrillic. You can at least read the dates. 1871 to 1919, 1891 to 1940, 1895 to 1925. Jeez, these people did not live long. These people did not live long.
Starving artists in Russia tend not to.
I'd imagine they were also found subversive by one reason or another. Remember, low. Keep your head low. Not really. Raise your head up, spit in the eyes of the oligarchs, and step on their shoes. We deserve better as the vast majority, and people who have money and think they're untouchable need to be reminded that they're not. Disclaimer, do not go out and commit crimes or acts of violence. Please do not do it. I don't want you to, because that's illegal.
This YouTube channel is expressly not advising you to commit crimes or acts of vandalism.
Yes, that is correct. Listen to Daddy Stripes. No comment? Okay. Let's see.
Nah, I gotta leave.
What?
You gotta leave the viewers time to get their fluster on.
Oh, what? What? Imagining them imagining themselves getting sandwiched between me and you? As we then force them to wear less scantily clad clothing because, good God, it's winter. You gotta be careful in these Siberian winters. Who lets you out in nothing but a jockstrap and a harness? Come on now. Looking at you, Serb. Oh, Jesus. Children. Children. The kids shouted over each other, swarming the policemen with questions. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the police officer right after he gave like the least helpful like speech ever with zero actual advice of how to stay safe. Didn't talk about the buddy system, didn't talk about staying in well-lit areas. Nah, just, hey, better watch it. Better watch out.
You better watch out.
You better watch out. You better watch out.
You better watch out. You better watch out.
Man, during this time of year in Limsa, you better watch out. You had to better watch out. Yes.
Absolutely not, Hodor. None of these are for you.
Oh.
None of these are for you. I love you so much.
I'm gonna put like the biggest eyes puppy on the screen when you say that.
He wants my pistachios, but he is violently allergic to many things.
In an attempt to calm down that chorus, he moved towards the blackboard. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it, my breathing so ragged that I might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint.
Yeah, that kid's not gonna pass for somebody who just ran a marathon.
No, he ain't. Beads of sweat rolled down my back. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching officers every word. Only Romka saying something to Biasha. Lilia Pavlovna was staring into the window, fighting back yawns. Phase 1? What? Oh my god. Yes. Oh.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
As soon as I touched the folder, Paul lashed at me with his eyes. My hand instinctively moved away as if that stare actually hurt. The officer just kept staring at me without saying a word, making me squirm under the weight of his uncomfortable silence and sneering looks at my classmates. And then he suddenly continued the speech as if nothing ever happened. I'm sorry. The fuck is this? Is this a QTE? Am I like waiting for something? I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure. Because it looks like he's just kind of going back and forth, but the entire time he's very definitely looking out over the entire classroom. So it's like, I'm wondering if he might be saying something in Russian that we're supposed to be responding to in his audible dialogue that we aren't getting like subtitles for, so we have no idea that we should be responding to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save right here real quick. Let's see if we can figure this out. Oh! Oh!
Fucker.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I changed my teeth from surprise, pushed myself into the back of my chair, blinking in bewilderment. The officer silently gathered the documents and gave me a stern look.
Больно ты любопытный, Петров.
Well, aren't you a curious boy, Petrov?
И еще раз.
Caught napping? What? That's the achievement that I got for missing the policeman's speech.
I have no idea. I don't get it.
Yeah, okay, this whole
Whatever.
section feels not very well translated.
You think that we're just supposed to wait until he gets a lot further into it before something? I don't know.
I don't know, because it was like phase 1, phase 2. I don't know.
Let me say this again.
Если вы заметите в поселке кого-то подозрительного, неважно, возле школы или на лесной тропинке, сразу сообщайте в милицию.
If you see anyone suspicious in the village, be it near the school or on the forest trail, contact the police immediately.
Телефон-то знаете?
You know our number, right?
02.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls.
Спасибо, Лилия Павловна.
Thank you, Lilia Pavlon.
И это,
Wait a second.
одноклассника вашего мы найдем.
And we'll find your classmate.
Wait a minute, what?
What?
Thought you said wait a minute.
He thanked Lilia Pavlovna.
Yeah.
Isn't Pavlovna the girl that Andre has a crush on?
No, that's Paulina.
Oh, Paulina. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right. A thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches and maybe you'll be able to piece them together. Like Legos. My thoughts turned evil for some reason and I couldn't control them. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the killer before? What if I was a hair's breadth away from them? Suspicious people, huh? How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in the darkness? A weirdo that always appears out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her riddles and rhymes.
Have we even seen her a second time? What do you mean always?
I mean, we got implications that she was trying to get Olya to come outside and play, and I feel like other than that, no. Oh no, I'm trying not to be too critical because this is very obviously a project that has had a lot of effort put into it. But come on now. Come on now. Could she really harm the hulking Semyon? Should I tell the officer about her? Wait, what if I get mocked for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back, or what's even worse, think that I'm insane? Romka gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I doubt someone like him would approve of cooperating with the police, considering he's got a fucking switchblade. For those of you that may not know, that shit's illegal as hell in America.
Hold up, though. His dad was a member of the army.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Dots are not connecting. Help. Buffering.
Okay, so consider that kids usually get their switchblades from somewhere. His father served in the military. He probably got his switchblade from his father. It might have even been like a birthday gift or something.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, this is pre-2000s Russia. And
Actually,
on top of that, again, I don't want like taking Andre's point of view for granted. Him saying that he thinks that Romkov wouldn't like to cooperate with the police, probably just because he's a bully, is ignoring the fact that Romka clearly showed some pride in his father being a military man, and I think that there's probably some crossover there.
I mean, yeah, also, when I was thinking about it, I think it might have been a butterfly knife, not a switchblade. But also, like, yeah, that's the other thing, like, yeah, that's like you said, because as soon as Anton, it's not Andre, it's Anton. As soon as,
God.
you dummy, dummy.
It's not my fault. They don't say his name enough.
It only shows up on the text box every time, but anyway,
He hasn't said anything.
Jesus. What I was saying though was that when Anton tried to claim his dad was in the military, that especially rubbed Romka the wrong way. So that does make sense. Also, I keep seeing him. All I can think of is just he is the Bliet in the striped Adidas. Just. You're gonna grow up one day to go into the zone and harass all of the freedom and the. Jeez. I need to actually play Stalker. Katya's braid dangled nervously behind the delinquents sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the desk.
До свидания, лейтенант.
Paul was saying goodbye to Lilia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It'll be too late soon. Oh. Huh. I think, with how internalized Anton is with a lot of stuff, I think he would be quiet. What do you think?
I think that this strawberries and cream Rice Krispies bar that is Not on Rice Krispies brand. Smells really tasty.
This is true. I think that's a good reason to not say a damn thing. Because your mouth is full. But yeah, I also feel like this might be one of those things where like the kids are aware of something that the adults aren't, and it might be one of those little numbers. So I kind of want him to be quiet.
Da da da. Also, like, you've been holding on to the belief that there is definitely something supernatural happening with all of this. If you are holding true with that angle of the story, I will remind you that Tikhonov, Paul, as you like to call him, was introduced immediately following the scene where Anton was getting chased through the snow, kind of implying that he may or may not be related to the wolf.
Wait, I think... And the reason I keep calling him Paul is because it like the KH was like the voice line made a sound, and I have a hard time making that sound. But I think he showed up before. That's why Anton went out, was because like maybe I can be.
No, you're right. I mean, okay, so you're right. I did have my my specific events mixed up, but he showed up before the chase through the snow, but I believe after the nightmare.
Yes. Yes.
So he was flanked on both sides by the wolf.
It's also a matter of, it seems like the people who we get the most information out of are the kids so far. Because like the adults seem to be either willfully ignorant or wholly unaware, like the owl. You know.
It's also in the so this is part of why Alice in Wonderland became so popular amongst the youth. Hodor, what are you doing over there? I love you. Anyway, and it's because Alice in Wonderland speaks to the experience of children trying to talk to adults and be taken seriously, and just being told nonsense, at least to them, that they don't have context or understanding of, because the people aren't taking them seriously, or maybe talking down to them, or are operating within structures that the children themselves don't have perspective on. And obviously this is a much more down-to-earth version of that, but all of the adults aren't taking the children seriously, are talking down to them, are making assumptions about the information that they're being received, and not really giving them any actual information in return. It goes on.
Yeah. So, let us say nothing. No way. I've had enough of humiliation. I'll keep my head down like a bunny. I locked my fingers and zipped my mouth. Achievement unlocked. Quiet as a... 1 second. My phone has decided to beep at me. We will be having none of this tonight. Silence. There we go.
Lay down.
The bell rang.
Lay down. Lay down.
Lilia Pavlovna passed by without looking my way. Paulina left after her.
You can have
My
dinner
classmates
now.
went silent at the same time, as if someone muted the sound on a TV. They followed me with their eyes the whole time I was passing between the rows. Judgmental looks. I felt like I was in the scopes of many sniper rifles. I squeezed through the barricade made of desks, looking for Paulina. Oh. But I stumbled into my new buddies instead. Okay, hang on. We gotta observe the fit here. We got an ugly sweater of Team Boys. And I was right, he is in fact the Gobnik in the striped Adidas. It's even got like one of those like oversized like zipper grippers that's like supposed to look like a lock.
Hold up. No. He's not an Adidas boy. He's an Abidas boy.
Yes, you see, you're right. You know, as we can tell by this point in the series, I'm a little bit dyslexic. Oh boy. What do they want? Romka swaggered up to me,
Решил сдать нас ментам?
decided to rat us out to the cops.
Но я ничего не сказал.
I didn't say anything.
Да то подумал на.
But sure as fuck thought about it, eh?
Romka towered over me, breathing out a faint smell of tobacco.
Ты сильно ошибаешься, думая, что без Сёмы у тебя настанут веселые деньки.
You're very wrong if you think that without Siomo, you'll have a better time here.
Мы тебя сосвету живем, понял?
We'll make this place hell for you. Got it?
До скорого, очкарик.
See you, Four Eyes.
What a way to earn somebody's cooperation.
My head tilted forward from his slap. Do you like cuff him on the back of the head?
Вот да лохна.
What a loser, eh?
I wasn't surprised to find a note stuck to my back during the break. It said, "Kick me." My nightmare clearly was not about to end. It's been 7 days since the lieutenant visited our class, so I think that means it's been about 2 weeks since the start of the game? Somewhere around about.
Yeah, because it was a week previously.
At first glance, everything was still the same. The forest still held out its gnarly claws toward the village, and the wind whipped up white flags weaved from powdery snow every night. When my parents argued in the other room, I would turn up the TV's volume to silence their muffled voices and sit close to Olya. Volva and Semyon's photos were still 2 black spots on the notice board. But something did change. I could see how different the looks of my classmates were. They met me with a new portion of pokes and insults. Contempt, mockery, and loneliness became my faithful companions. But most importantly, a shadow slid across my desk, leaving behind a mysterious note. I glanced into the space between rows, but the messenger was already nowhere to be found. Who sent me this note? What could this carefully ripped out and neatly folded piece of paper be hiding from me? More threats and humiliation, or... I took the piece of paper and carefully inhaled the wafting aroma. Blackberry. Inside was a message in beautiful handwriting. That's not quite what it says, but I'll be waiting at a cul-de-sac near the dressing room. Come alone. Drunk on the sudden call, I immediately started walking, looking over my shoulder from time to time, making sure nobody was following me. Even though I suspected it could be another trap set by Romka and Biasha at first, this buzzing thought soon left my mind. The two of them didn't have enough combined brain power to fake Paulina's notes so carefully. I didn't even notice how I almost broke into a run and jumped around the corner. As soon as I did that, I rammed into somebody inside the dark nook.
Ой!
Oh,
Like a magic bird, a green notebook glided to my feet. Paulina puffed her cheeks in exaggerated anger.
Петров! Да ты совсем зрение потерял.
Petrov, have you lost your sight completely?
I fixed my glasses. My nearsightedness wasn't that embarrassing anymore. I bent down and picked up the notebook.
Прости, я так торопился. Ты меня ждала? Что случилось?
Sorry, I was in a rush. Were you waiting for me? Did something happen? Paulina studied me with her eyes and clicked her tongue.
А знаешь, на что ты похож, Антоша?
You know what you look like, Antosha.
На блюзовую импровизацию.
Like blues improv.
I blinked in bewilderment.
Это как?
What do you mean?
Для меня все люди с чем-то ассоциируются.
I always associate people I know with something.
И для меня, но не с музыкой же.
I do that too, but why music?
Вот как раз с музыкой.
It can't be anything other than music.
Бывают люди гитарные соло, или барабанный бой, или военный марш, как наша Лилия Павловна.
Some people are like guitar solos, some are drums. People like our Lilia Pavlovna are war machines. Marches.
I was like, aha, I get to correct you for once, aha! But no, you got it. I was like, for once.
А ты такой задумчивый, таинственный, иногда немного печальный.
You're so thoughtful, so mysterious, sometimes even a bit sad.
I have to break into a quick tangent here because I used to, work super late, and on my way home, I would be starving because you're back in Arkansas. There are no labor laws, basically, more or less. So I wasn't afforded any meal break, no matter how long my shift was. So when I was heading home, I would stop by IHOP sometimes just to eat something. And I would just come in. It'd be the dead of night, like 2, 3 in the morning. Come in, sit down, get food, have my little, phone set up, angled at me, listening. And then I would pay, tip, and leave. And that's it. That's the whole shebang. But one day I walked in because we had extra breadsticks, and I was like, hey, we had extra breadsticks tonight, so here. And one of the servers was like, oh, you work at Olive Garden. We were wondering, it's like, who's that mysterious guy that just keeps coming in? So I'm like, okay, apparently all it takes to be mysterious is to just be quiet and doing your own thing. Sometimes.
It's almost like not having a story makes you have a story.
Me side-eyeing Kylo Ren. Uh-huh.
Oh, no, that doesn't count. That does not count. There's nothing about that counts. That is the exact opposite of
Like, the whole point of Kylo Ren was, don't look at him squash down the male character. Look at how cool this girl character is, though. Look at all the story that she has.
No. Because here's the thing. Kylo Ren, from the beginning, had too much story. Because nobody, anytime he was brought up, would shut up about the fact that he was Leia's kid with Han. Like, I'm going to admit, I only watched the first of that trilogy.
You did not miss much. You did
Yeah,
not miss much.
Yeah, peer reviews are a thing. But like, that was the problem with him, is like, he had zero mystery to him. He was just a brat that was throwing temper tantrums, and that's it.
The whole thing.
And,
Well, go ahead.
so like, he had no mysterious factor. He had, we knew exactly where he was coming from. We generally had no threat level from him because we had already, air quote, defeated Vader, and Vader was a lot more intimidating because if he got upset, he didn't thrash around and throw a fit. He just fucking murdered somebody.
Yeah. Like, okay, what I mean though is, like, they lay the pieces on the table, but the story that I got was that the director head person over the new trilogy hated Kylo Ren so much and went out of her way to try and squash his relevance and importance and, like, make him look worse, so that people would look at Rey and just flutter their eyelashes at a totally not Mary Sue. It's not a Mary Sue, guys. Why are you all calling her a Mary Sue? She's not a Mary Sue! Like, that sort of thing is what happened.
Yeah.
Like, also, I'm not gonna lie, the new trilogy fucking blows. It was so bad. Like, especially the second one, because, like, there's an A plot where, oh no, they're being chased down by the Imperial fleet, and then the B plot is, oh hey, they're on, like, a casino heist. What? Why are these in the same movie? Why are these two things in the same movie? What? Why? Why? It was so...
Yeah.
It was so dumb. Yeah, no, it's just... It's just... I think it's really funny how I was called mysterious when, like, you know, if you're here, if you're this far in the series, you probably got a sense for who I am and how I am. I'm a dork. But, like, this, like, and here's Anton, this absolute fucking nerd, who's over here being called mysterious. I don't get it. But maybe...
Listen, y'all. Sometimes the blank page isn't hiding secret writing. Sometimes it's just blank.
The curtains were just blue, fam. Not everybody is the Great Gatsby, where they are so painfully beating you over the head with it. God. I hated that, by the way, just another 2-second tangent. Great Gatsby, cool book, liked it, enjoyed it. I hated having to, like, analyze it. Because once you, like, think about it, everything in The Great Gatsby is so beating you over the head with, like, this is a metaphor for this, and this is a representation of this, and it's like, it's so it is the most in-your-face metaphors I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But we should move on. Oh, Jesus.
Ты точно блюз.
You're definitely blues.
А почему импровизация?
And what about the improv part?
А это когда слушатель не догадывается, куда свернет мелодия, какой темп возьмет.
It's when the listener has no idea where the melody will go, what tempo it will adopt.
Of course, some of the things Paulina said went completely over my head, but I couldn't stop looking at her smile. Light, like a breeze in May, and her eyes deep and blue.
Чтобы распознать в тебе музыку, нужен опыт и вкус.
One needs to have experience and taste to recognize the music in you.
Это не какая-то там эстрада.
You're not some pop music.
Я, наверное, вообще не знаю, что такое этот блюз.
I don't think I even know what the blues is. Paulina gasped and frowned, which made her look even more beautiful.
Oh my god. It's because it makes her look more like your mom because she's always sad and disappointed with you.
Yeah.
Не
Did you
произноси
immediately
эти
think the
слова.
same
Я
thing?
тебе обязательно дам
A
кассету.
bit, yeah. I'm just like, oh no.
Don't say something like that to my face. I'll make sure to give you a cassette.
Раньше мне дедушка из города столько музыки привозил. И джаз, и свинг, и классику.
Grandpa used to bring me so much music from the city. Jazz, swing, and classical too.
Это он подметил, что у меня склад ума, как у музыканта.
He was the one to notice my musical mindset.
Я еще совсем маленькой пыталась на бумаге записать звуки природы.
Mm.
Пение
When I
дождя,
was still
леса.
very little, I tried recording the sounds of nature on paper, the songs of the rain and the forest.
Эх, мне бы твои уши.
I wish I had ears like yours.
А мне бы твои глаза.
And I'd love to have your eyes.
I tensed up, worried that she was making fun of me, but Paulina shook her head.
Да-да, я серьезно. У тебя глаза художника.
That's funny because she very audibly said yes, yes, but here she's actually saying,
No, I'm serious. You have the eyes of an artist.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like, I don't know much Russian, but that's one of the words I do know.
it's not like the other little girl doesn't constantly say,
Da da da, da da da. Yes, yes, yes.
God.
You're so good at picturing things. I can't do that.
How does she know that?
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that he has a fucking notebook filled with art.
Katya walked past us with her trademark frosty glare.
Also, they have an art class.
We dove into the shadows trying to escape it. Yeah. Yeah.
Теперь понимаешь, почему мы тут прячемся? Вот из-за таких, как она.
You understand why we're hiding here, right? Because of people like her.
А Катька какая мелодия?
And what kind of melody is Katya? Paulina flashed a sly smile.
Скрип несмазанных дверных петель.
The squeaking sound of unoiled door hinges.
Da-da-da.
Знаешь, такой мерзкий дискант.
You know, this nasty discount.
I giggled, covering my mouth. Katya didn't hear our whispers, but she suddenly glanced over her shoulder, clearly annoyed. A moment later, she sighed and went her way. I remembered that the notebook I was still clutching in my hand. I turned it in my hands. Instead of a subject name, the front side had the name of the owner and 2 words. Friends only.
Любопытной Варваре кое-что оторвали.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Прости, это анкета?
I'm sorry, is this a questionnaire?
Заполнял когда-нибудь?
Have you ever filled one?
I lied that I had. In reality, girl classmates from my previous school had never asked me to fill their questionnaires. It was quite upsetting. I mean, it was a girl hobby. You just answer a set of standard questions about your favorite actors and colors, but entrusting someone with such a notebook was the sign of friendship. And maybe of something even more, something I only had a vague idea about.
Хочешь, заполни мою?
Yes, your mother and father would never have taught you this while they are preparing for the big D. You can fill in mine if you want.
My heartbeat quickened.
Хочу, спасибо.
I do, thank you. Paulina giggled.
А хотя, там же столько секретов.
Actually, there are so many secrets there.
Наверное, лучше тебе не знать, о чем мы, девочки, думаем.
You'd be better off not knowing what we girls think.
She reached for the notebook, playing with me. I tossed my finding into my free hand. Paulina tried to intercept my move. Her hair briefly touched my face, tickling my nose with its silky locks. I sensed an aroma that immediately filled the whole world. Fragrant, alluring, lively.
This artist is insanely good at drawing hair.
You're fucking telling me. If only I could picture it. Steal it for myself. I felt dizzy, but I gathered myself and spoke in a voice reminiscent of Lieutenant Paul.
Ваша анкета является важнейшей уликой, и я вынужден временно изъять ее для изучения.
Your questionnaire is an important piece of evidence, so I am afraid I have to confiscate it for further examination. Paulina covered her mouth that rounded in fake horror.
И что мне грозит за сокрытие улик?
And what are the implications of concealing evidence?
Следствие покажет.
We'll decide that in the course of our investigation.
Сдаюсь, товарищ милиционер.
I surrender, Mr. Policeman.
Только обещайте ничего не читать.
Just promise you won't read anything.
Здесь содержатся секретные сведения.
It's full of sensitive information.
Боюсь, что мне все-таки...
Oh, God, no.
Никто в гражданина Петрова.
What's your realization?
Katya is going to go get Romka and Yasha to steal the fucking notebook.
Oh, God. I am afraid I'll have to investigate whether someone is in love with Mr. Petrov. Paulina burst out laughing and pressed herself against my chest, showering me with the aroma of her hair and her milky skin that looked almost transparent, with tiny threads of veins running under it. That's slightly distressing a description. Her whisper was hot, like a piece of butter sizzling on a pan.
Тогда поклянитесь, что не станете разглашать информацию.
Then swear that you will keep this information private.
Честная милицейская.
I swear on my police badge.
А теперь, Антоша, самое время поторопиться.
And now we need to hurry, Antosha.